at the Capitol were married to black women. You see that? So the Mossad took your little white knight in shining armor.
The white zaddy.
That white zaddy got taken out. He was going out there to fight to keep a white supremacist country because I want to keep my black woman. All right? And they died. So the Mossad judging this place left and right.
That's right.
All right? And it says, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. Look at the Christmas Day Nashville bombing. They claim that was an Edomite. They had a so-called white man, a hillbilly up there. All right? Got pissed and tired or whatever and blew up downtown Nashville on Christmas Day morning. Massive explosion. All right, I tell you in Job 7, we don't have to get Job 4. By the blast of the Most High, they perished. All right, so these are serious times we're living in. The Most High talk about fire and pillars of smoke. All right, what brings forth fire? Bombs, destruction. And that's what the Most High is letting happen. It says, verse 26 again, Mark 3:26. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. The Most High, the so-called white man's end is at hand. Your end is at hand. It say he cannot stand but have an end. Doesn't it tell you? Y'all can write this down. We don't have to get it. 2nd Ezra 6. All right, in the Apocrypha, 2nd Ezra 6. And just go from 6 to 9. All right, you can read verses 6 to 9. So Mark 3:26 with 2nd Ezra 6, verses 6 through 9, it says, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So let me read Mark 3:26 one more time. It says, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. All right, he cannot stand but have an end. What did Ari put? Donald Trump's words literally brought forth death to his people. Yeah, kind. All right, let's get that. Proverbs 18:21. The brother shared a precept. Brother Ari, HOR Atlanta. Proverbs 18:21. All right. Proverbs 18 and 21. Yeah. Trump said, show up. It's going to be wild. Or it'll be wild or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. All right. But Proverbs 18:21. And it says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. There you go. It said death and life are in the power of the tongue. All right, good precept, huh? And it says, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. There you go.
There you go.
All right, he loved it and he ate the fruit thereof. All right, so death and life are in the power of the tongue. That's why y'all can also, we don't have to get it, y'all can link that up with Sirach 9 and 18. It said a man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city. So they was saying that Trump's ill words is what caused all that danger in the city of Washington, D.C. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city. All right, so, yeah, that's Sirach 9 and 18. Y'all can link that up with Proverbs 18:21. Proverbs 18:21, once again, with Sirach 9 and 18. I'm going to just read it. It says, a man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city, and he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. So maybe Trump should have chose his words better. He said, it'll be wild. He was rash in his words. Because, you know, most of the time, when you examine his presidency, remember how he would just get up and tweet anything? And then sometime later on, he would have to come and apologize because what? He's rash in his tongue. So when you ration your tongue, rash meaning quick or you know, you're brutish with it. You just blurt out anything. You know what I'm saying? So when you're rash, when you're too quick and too blatant to speak, what happened is say you're going to be hated because what? Remember the old saying, think before you speak? Mm-hmm. You don't think before you speak, so you say anything out of your mouth. There was many times the man tweeted something, and he was like, well, wait a minute, this is what I meant. You know what I'm saying? But he said how he felt when he woke up early in the morning. Yeah, this is the hell with it. You know what I'm saying? I can't keep the tweet up there. I ain't mad at you. That's why I wanted Trump to come back in office, because he's honest. He's straight with it.
Straight shooter.
You know what I'm saying? He's a straight shooter. You know what I'm saying? My kind of Edomite. But it tells you in the scriptures, a man of an ill tongue is going to be hated, and he that's rash in his talk. What? I mean, a man of an ill tongue is dangerous, and he that's rash in his talk shall be hated. That's Trump right there. All right, that's why the scriptures say what? He's bold like a lion. It tells you in Revelation, he speaks like a lion too, meaning bold. He's rash and bold and of an ill tongue. And the precept, the brother Ari shared, Proverbs 18:21, death and life are in the power of the tongue. So the man says, show up, it's going to be wild. And it was what? It was wild to 5 people dying. That's how wild it was, Trump. All right, so let's go from there. What was that? Proverbs 18:21, Sirach 9. Let me see what I want. Yeah, go to let's go from there to Galatians 6 and 7. Do I want to get? No, I get that one next. Galatians 6 and 7. Let's go to Galatians 6 and 7 to show you this is all judgment from the Most High, you know, coming down upon Esau's kingdom. All right, chaos at the capital. All right, why was HOI there? To bring out the prophecies, to show Esau this is the Most High judging his kingdom. Galatians 6 and 7, and it reads thus and so. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So what has America sown? All right, you didn't think the Most High. You always talk about black on black crime. You always justify yourselves by killing us. Like I was watching a documentary on Mike Brown the other night. There's a lot of stuff in the Mike Brown case that Esau just showed he was the devil. He's like, we just gonna kill this brother. We just gonna murder him, but we're gonna show the tape where he went in the store and took some cigars. Yeah. All right. Now, the only one thing I say about the Mike Brown situation, I was saying this to my wife the other night while we was watching. I said, why didn't they just get out of the street? See, you gotta understand something too. A lot of times, you Negroes cause your deaths not using wisdom. Now, I know Esau's the devil. He's RoboCop. He's a white supremacist. He's a race soldier. He's going to shoot you in your back 7 times. They did Brother Mike Brown dirty. But don't do nothing to trigger this devil. It tells you that in the scriptures. It got nothing to do with being scared, weak. See, a lot of y'all think when y'all yell and scream and rebel against the cops, you being bold. No. If you was really being bold, you would start a damn race war. If you was really being bold, you would overthrow the status quo and set up your own police department. So you ain't being bold by yelling and rebelling and pulling away from the cops. You're not. You end up getting shot and beat upside your damn head. Yep. All right, so I just asked a simple question. Why didn't Mike Brown and the other brother get out? Just get out the street. Because Esau did tell him, hey, he might have said it rough, and me and my wife was looking, we was like, that street do look dangerous. First of all, what are you doing walking through the middle of traffic on a 2-way street? A 1-way street, you might have a little bit leeway, but I'm not walking in the middle of the street on any street. That's where traffic comes by. So the only thing I do say is maybe they could have quelled the situation, even though that cop Darren, whatever his name was, he looked like he was a straight RoboCop racer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But why are you walking in the middle of the street? Now, everything outside of that, they did the brother dirty. You know, they tried to criminalize him taking a cigar. It was just crazy. And I was like, damn, man, they did Brother Mike Brown dirty. But a lot of times, the scriptures tell you too, keep ye far from the man that have power to kill. The scripture tell you in Matthew 5:25, agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou in the way with him, especially when you encounter him. Because what? He have power to put you to death. Use wisdom. Use wisdom. If you want to fight, line it up to where you in that position where you can, okay, now we can fight. Now it's an even fight. We got an even playing field. Even Stevens. But you don't do that. A lot of you Negroes don't do that. You get all emotional and bent out of shape and cause a hoopla and a ruckus, yell and scream and rebel and pull away from the cops and then F that. And you end up getting shot and killed. Sometimes you're not doing anything. Esau is just the devil. But just be mindful. All right? So Galatians 6 and 7 again. It says, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So now you got white on white crime. All right? You got white people killing white people. No Negro. I'm surprised Esau, he haven't even tried to pull a Negro out of somewhere and blame it on him. All right, because you really can't. It's just so much evidence and video where you can't. You're going, if they pull out, the only thing they can try to do is try to blame it on us and say, oh, them black supremacists Israelites, they were antagonizing the people and got them angry. And that'd even be a stretch. All right, but you can't blame none of what's happening to you. What happened at the Capitol? You can't blame none of that on no black, Latino, Native American nowhere. That was white on white crime at its best, and your boy Trump started it. That man of that ill tongue, he started it. It'll be wild, right? And Trump just said, "Yo, I'm going out with a bang. I'm going out with a bang." You know what I'm saying? So, even Ashley Babbitt, they said something about she will give her life for this country or something like that, and that's exactly what she did. All right, because you fighting an internal war. Like we read in St. Mark 3, a house divided against itself. All right, so it says, for he that soweth into his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. And that's what the so-called white man has done. He's going after the flesh. He's going after his greed, his lust, his racism, his evil, his hatred towards our people, his bitter spirit from the time of Esau and Jacob. He's still bitter in his spirit, even though he may not even understand that biblical story, but is in his spirit to naturally hate Jacob because Jacob took the birthright from him. All right, so that's why the Lord told Rebekah, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Esau and Jacob was fighting in the womb. There would never be no peace between them. All right, so reading on, it says, Shalom Ayinya. It says, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. So we sowing to the Spirit. We sitting back and we watching Esau's kingdom fall, and we're sowing to the Spirit. We're watching the Most High do his thing, bring judgments upon this society. All right. It says, shall reap life everlasting. So sow to the Spirit, repent, keep the commandments, do the work, and endure to the end. Do the commandments till Yahweh shall come, and you'll receive life everlasting. But if you sow to the flesh, if you think Kamala Harris or Joe Biden or some fleshly entity in this world is going to save you and help you, you're going to reap corruption of that flesh. Look at what's going on in Washington, D.C. And it may be worse on the 20th or the 17th or whatever the hell date they talking about. All right, it says, verse 9, Galatians 6 and 9, and let us not be weary in well-doing. So that's why HOI was out there teaching the gospel, because we're not weary in well-doing. This is the day we look for. All right, it's what did we start out with? Sirach 25 and 7, a man that lived to see the fall of his enemy. All right, for Babylon is fallen. I can tell you in Revelation 18. And somebody, on a side note, somebody made a statement and said, Babylon, America's not Babylon, or something. I think I heard. Mm-hmm. I think it was on Sonetta or something like that. Yeah. Babylon. It's what John is doing in Revelations. It's describing a future prophecy and kingdom that would be synonymous with ancient Babylon, but it would be a modern day Babylon. Just like when you read 1 Peter, the 5th chapter, we don't have to get it. Peter said the church that is at Babylon. Don't you know when you read that, Peter was talking about Rome, and the Bible commentators tell you that Peter was calling Rome Babylon. All right? When you read about Pompeii, all right, the Jews in Pompeii called Pompeii Sodom and Gomorrah because Pompeii was full of homosexuality and lesbianism like ancient Sodom and Gomorrah. So they wrote on the walls of Pompeii before Pompeii got destroyed, they wrote Sodom and Gomorrah. So Peter referred to the church that was in Rome as base of the church that is at Babylon. That's in 1 Peter, the 5th chapter. If somebody can find it, put it in the comment board. All right, put it in the comment. 1 Peter 5, where Peter referred to the church that is at Babylon. So John, let's go to Revelation 18. Okay, let's go to Revelation 18. I'm going to show you that. Revelation 18. What did John refer to Babylon as? Is one word. One word is a hint in one word that tells you it's talking about America, and it's something, and I ain't going to say that because I'll give it away. Let's go to Revelation 18 and verse 8. All right, we're going to go to Revelation 18 and verse 8. All right. Matter of fact, we're going to go to Revelation 18 and 2. And then we're going to jump down to 10. Revelation 18 and 2 and then 10. All right. This is how you know it's talking about America. And if you can't see it, then that's on you. All right. That's on you. Babylon means land of confusion. And there was many lands of confusion throughout ancient time. That's why there was the Tower of Babel. Because all the nations came together and tried to build a tower. They said, let's build a tower that may reach unto heaven. All right. And the nations came together. The Most High confused their languages there. He said, I'm going to confuse your languages. Read Genesis the 10th and the 11th chapter. The Most High said, I'm going to confuse your languages so y'all can't communicate and try to plot against me. Because they tried to build that tower in defiance of the Most High. They said, we're going to build a tower that reaches to heaven. All right, and it's gonna pierce through the clouds and stab God in the heart, and he's gonna bleed down from heaven. Yeah, when you read the Josephus commentary or one of them books, it tells you about the nations. They were mocking. That tower was total mockery against the Most High. That Tower of Babel. Read Genesis chapter 10 and verse 11. But when you read history and deeper commentary, it tells you the nations starting with Babel. They were trying to mock and disrespect the Most High with that tower. All right, but Revelation 18 and 2. And he said, he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils. That's why you don't need CERN to unleash devils. The devil's already here. And the whole of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. The unclean and hateful birds are the other nations. All right? Use a bird. Shout out to my brother out of sight, Elijah. There's some bird Israelites too. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of unclean and hateful bird Israelites, but neither here nor there. Don't follow. But it said, Babylon the Great. What's the key word in there? Great. What was Trump's saying throughout his presidency and his campaign? Make America great again. It became an acronym, MAGA. What did you see down at the January 6, 2021 protest? You saw a sea of red and white MAGA hats. Make America great again. That's why John referred to this kingdom as Babylon the Great, because it's talking about America. You got brothers talking about that's not Babylon, is Egypt, and Babylon is not America. So what is it talking about? He's talking about is Rome. No, Rome is a Vatican. Rome is a part of it, but remember, America is an extension or the modern Roman Empire. Yep. All right, that's what America is now. Rome, you could technically say Rome is part of a Babylonian system, a modern-day Edomite Babylonian system. All right, because the Vatican is in Rome, which Vatican means house of the serpent. Vati is Latin. Vati meaning house, and Cain or Khan meaning serpent. Vatican. It means house of the serpent. All right, so yes, you got the black popes that come out of Rome and the Catholic Church that control the Illuminati and the American government. All right, but the land and vicinity that John was speaking about is America, Babylon the Great whore. All right? Right, you know what I'm saying? Great from the beginning, ancient and modern day Babylon, yeah. So, ancient Babylon was already overthrown by the Persians and the Medes. It's the physical land existed, but the empire under Nebuchadnezzar and the rest of the Babylonian leaders that rulership wasn't there no more, because then the kingdom went to the Persians and Medes. So what is this Babylon the Great that John is talking about? It can't be going back to ancient Babylon under Nimrod or Nebuchadnezzar. It had to be a future prophecy. All right, so let's read 10. Revelation 18 and 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. That great city Babylon. Shalom, shalom, everybody. Hey, shalom, sis. All right. The D is in the building. All right, but shalom, everybody that's coming on. But that kingdom had to be a modern day prophecy. So that's talking about America, Babylon the Great. And what did great in wickedness, like the brother said. All right. And what was Trump's moniker? Make America great again. All right. What did every president has like a saying or something. Obama said how to change you can believe in. All right, and then all their sayings are paper thin. All right, I don't know what the hell Biden and Kamala got. You know what I'm saying? But another change you can believe in. All right, but Babylon the Great is America. All right, that's what it's talking about. Make America great again. All right, Babylon the Great. That's talking about this society, this empire. It's not talking about Rome, but Peter was talking about Rome during his time, but it was talking about Babylon, a future prophetic empire. But if you want to believe it's Rome, that's on you. We respectfully disagree. But this Babylon the Great that's going to be destroyed is America. All right, let's go back. Galatians 6 and 9 again. And let us not be weary in well-doing. So let's keep teaching the gospel. Everything that we've been bringing out, everything our elders and leaders before us been bringing out is happening. The prophecies are all in your face, and it's going to get worse. They talking about 50 states. They talking about going to 50 states and turning up. All right, so it says, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Meaning what? We got to just look at the prophecies and keep doing the work. That's it. The Lord said we're going to reap if we faint not. All right, so America's on its last leg. Let's go to Amos. Okay, let's go to Amos 9 and 8. All right, 9 and 8. They talking about 50 states. Let's get that. 50 states. Let's go to all 50 states' capitals and let's turn up and overthrow them. All right, now we know, the Most High, he's the author of all things, so it may be bad. It may just be a regular inauguration. They might have security, National Guard everywhere. Nothing really happens. Remember on if y'all go back to 4th of July, all right? Remember 4th of July? We, HOI, all the camps, we all went down. We all descended upon Washington, D.C. during the Black Lives Matter riots for the murdering of George Floyd. Mm-hmm. Now remember, on July 4th, the week before July 4th, they put out, through black social media, put this out for families to stay in. They said families ought to, because remember, July 4th fell on a Saturday. It fell on a Saturday this 2020. They said all black families stay in. Don't cook out. Don't do, which you shouldn't be celebrating for you lied anyway. But they said don't travel, don't go out, don't cook out, don't have no barbecues, whatever. Stay in your house. Because they said the white supremacists were going to have initiations on the 4th of July weekend, and they were going to be doing massive killings of blacks all throughout the cities. That never happened. All right, they've been doing it. They don't have to wait till July 4th. You get a weekend in Chicago, 100 people shot, 67 dead. And that's white supremacists. 80% of them killings is probably white supremacists with blackface masks on. All right, but it never happened. So my point being, there's many things they have said that of major prophetic understanding that that was gonna happen, or tragedies were gonna happen, and they never happened. All right, it's just man. That's why the Lord said, when they say here or there, believe them not. If it's not of the Most High, don't believe. If that vision from that prophet or that servant or teacher, it doesn't come to pass or it doesn't sound authentic, then it's not of the Most High. And there was never no brothers even told us, oh, y'all going, yo, it's supposed to be hectic, yo. Y'all going down to July 4th? Y'all going down to DC, man, it's gonna be crazy. We went and taught the gospel and word went out beautiful, sealed some Israelites, woke up some brothers and sisters, and went and celebrated and gathered together after.
God.
And had a righteous powwow. All right, and then went and filmed the bird killer video the next day. All right, Rob Judah.
You want me to read it for you? Amos 9.
Amos 9 and 8. Read that.
Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom.
Amos 9 and 8. It says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom." Good.
And I will destroy it from the face of the earth.
The Lord said He's going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. All right, so the Lord said His eyes are upon this kingdom. All right, they talking about 50 states. All right, that's all of America. That's a major part of Esau's kingdom. Yeah. He said His eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. Good.
Saving that I will not only destroy the house of Jacob.
The Lord said, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. So, who knows? They might turn up on these 50 states. It might be chaos, bombs, destruction all over the country. Remember that white supremacist pride is no joke, man. Mm-hmm. That pride is no joke. All right, so they might be so mad that Trump got to leave office. Look what they did on January 6th. Mm-hmm. They're going to say, listen, because that white supremacy, remember, they feel like, well, if we lose Trump, what is the future of our nation? We have no future. We might as well go all out.
Yep.
All right. And the Lord said He's going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. So, next week, Wednesday, who knows? We don't know. But it could be chaos all over the damn country. All right. We just got to wait it out and put our faith in the Most High Yahweh and the angel. All right. Read on.
Says the Lord.
But the Lord said He's not going to utterly destroy the house of Jacob. Meaning the Most High is going to have mercy on 1/3 of Israel and deliver us. So y'all better get it right, man.
Yeah.
Get it right. Ain't nothing left in this world. What, you going to be like Black Boy and go spit on people's hoods and disrespect and then get shot in the chest in Lakewood and die? What, you want to be the next gangster rapper? Rappers are dying like flies. But Most High got a curse on rappers. Most High's killing rappers left and right. So you want to be them? You want to be in a gang? You want to rep your hood and kill your own people? Go to jail for 25 to life for killing another Black or Latino man or Native American man? That's what you want? You want to be the next basketball star? All right? That's what you want? What's left in Babylon? You want to be the next twerk artist? You Black, Latino, Native American sisters, you want to get on Instagram or TikTok and shake your behind so some men can look at you? And what kind of men are looking at you? You know what kind of men are looking at you. Men that want some. Because that's what you're giving them.
That's right.
All right? Your body's supposed to be enjoyed by your husband. All right? The man, or whatever. But you want to get on damn Instagram with a thong. What kind of men you think you're gonna get? All right, you in love with Instagram hoes and you ain't never met them. All right, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, and the scriptures tell us there shall be no whores of the daughters of Zion. All right, so let's get it together, Israel, because what are you turning back to in this kingdom? You're gonna be like Lot's wife, a pillar of salt. This place is going down. And you got to endure. Come back to the Most High. Keep these laws. Live right in Yahweh Shai. And wait for this place to fall. And get with your righteous brothers and sisters. We know we're a mess too. Israel is a mess too. We got fighting, division. I talked about that on Sanetta, the interview I did. But hey, at least gather with like-minded brothers and sisters in the spirit. And hey, you can worship the Most High in your home and then just ask the Most High to guide you. That don't mean you stop being in this truth because you may not have a congregation or because of what's going on with the nation. Pray to the Most High, still do the laws, still do the Sabbaths, and then He'll guide you. All right, maybe He'll give you a congregation of your own. Who knows? But don't turn back to this world. What's left in this world? Nothing. All right, you want to fit in? You want to show everybody you got a new car? You want to keep up with the Joneses? There's nothing wrong with blessings. Blessings come from the Most High. Or they come from Satan sometimes to throw you off.
That's right.
But, you know, home is where you want to be. Home to this truth is where you want to be, Israel. All right? And that's it. All we can do is tell you whatever you do is on you. But it's going to get rough in these last days. You're going to need the Most High. You're going to need Yahweh Shai. And you're going to need each other. All right? Ba Hashem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Read on.
8 is verse, chapter 9, verse 9. For I will command, and I will...
That's it on that.
Okay.
We just, the 8th verse is all I want.
Oh, the 8th, okay.
Just the 8th verse.
Are you going to do the 8th verse again? Okay.
No, that's it. That's
okay,
it.
God.
We read the 8th verse.
Yeah, we read the 8th verse already.
All right. The Lord said he's going to utterly, he's going to destroy this kingdom. I just wanted to bring that out because they talking about 50 states. That's not all of Esau's kingdom, but that's all of America, which is a major part and like the headquarters of his kingdom. Great Babylon. All right. All the focus is here. All right. Let's go to Job chapter 5. And verse 17. All right, Job 5 and 17. There's some more I could get, but we're going to give it a wind it down.
Okay.
Job chapter 5.
Job chapter 5
and verse 17. All right, Job chapter 5 and verse 17.
Behold, happy is the man who God correcteth.
Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh correcteth. All right, so when we get our butt whipped as a nation of people, you know, why, for example, why are all these rappers getting killed? Why is these rappers getting shot? Lil Boozy riding around a damn wheelchair still didn't learn. All right? Why? Because the Most High don't want that negative. They still putting out music from Pop Smoke. Mm-hmm. And he just talking about all kinds of madness. You know, what he gonna do to the girls and his money and his guns. All right, the Most High's not pleased with that, man. Is promoting a negative lifestyle. So that's why the Most High is bringing judgment. However it's happening, the Most High is bringing judgment. All right, read on.
Therefore despise not thou that
the chastening
of the Almighty.
Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. Because what? You gotta understand something, right? When the Most High chastens you is to make you better. Now, if he chastens you and you don't die, that's a good thing. All right? Because what? He giving you another chance to repent. He giving you a chance to repent. All right, read on.
For he maketh sore and bindeth up his woundeth.
The Lord said he maketh sore and bindeth up. All right? Meaning what? The Lord can punish you and then he can heal you up. All right? Go ahead.
And his hands make whole.
He woundeth and his hands make whole. Mm-hmm. Remember in Deuteronomy, the Most High said that. He said, I wound and I heal. Deuteronomy 32:39. Mm-hmm. He said, I kill, I make alive, I wound and I heal.
God.
All right, so you get wounded and you heal. That was mercy.
That's right.
Because the Most High could kill you. And he can also make you alive. He can make, children be born into the earth, the fruit of the womb. Right, come on.
He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles.
The Lord said he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Come on.
Yeah, in 7.
Yeah, in 7. Come on.
Yeah, in 7 there are no evil touched thee.
Right, so the chaos at the Capitol, the Civil War, the civil unrest, the killing of Ashley Babbitt, the storming of the Capitol, the seizing of Nancy Pelosi's office, Officer Sick Nick being killed, those 5 other people, some other woman being trampled to death. There's that pregnant Edomite women out there getting trampled. I think one of them, she got trampled, but she didn't die. But she was pregnant. All right? Yeah. All right, all this chaos at the Capitol and all this other, as the days go on, I can't even remember everything. As the days go on, more and more information is pouring out about what happened down there. And it was worse than what people thought. All right, it was worse than what people thought. But the Lord said he's going to deliver Israel in 6 troubles. What? The brothers was down there, HOI to the chariots fly. Not to toot our own horn, but it is what it is. That was our camp out there.
That's right.
All right. The Lord delivered them in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7, no evil came near them. All right. Brother Shem said they were hired. Maybe they were. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know if the white one was hired to get shot in the neck.
That was real.
Who gets hired to get shot in the neck unless they fake to death? Mm-hmm. We want to get deep into conspiracy, but I doubt that stuff looked real. Mm-hmm. And the brothers were down